What do we want as parents? Ultimately, we want the success of our children. How do we do that? It starts by getting involved. Getting involved, working collaboratively with your teachers, taking an active role in their learning. How do we determine that they're going to be successful? It's only through our guiding hand. Currently in the Fargo School District, we don't have the degree of collaboration that is needed for the success of our children. It appears to be the view of administration and the school board that parents shouldn't be involved in the education process at all. That's a problem that needs a very strong solution. One of the ways that we could solve this: curriculum transparency. If all the curriculum materials are available to the parents and the students have questions, it's easy to get a collaborative effort when everybody's on the same page. Now, what do you want as a teacher? You want to feel heard and appreciated. Well, how do we go about doing that? Clearly, you're not being listened to because of all the burnout and retirements and quitting. We need to hold administration accountable. Why is the administration and the board not listening? Why aren't we trying to create the most comfortable environment for you to work in? You can consider this several problems rolled into one, because you have some parents who use school as a daycare, and then you have administration piling on so much for the teachers, expecting them to be more than just educators, counselors, mentors, filling 10 different roles at a time. That's how you burn people out. And we need to give them the support that they need. Yes, higher pay would be nice, but that's not the entire issue. You can't just paying more isn't going to necessarily attract the talent we need. It's just going to attract mediocre talent at best. So, then what do we want as a taxpayer? We want accountability for money spent. There are a lot of questions being asked about some of the decisions the board and administration have been making. One of the biggest questions I have is, with the renovation of Discovery Middle School, which was $14 million, you took away 100 classroom seats. Why? That's unacceptable. If you're continually talking about, if the board and administration are continually talking about overcrowding and having to move boundary lines because the schools are too full, why are you doing renovations that take away classroom seats? Why? So what we need to do is we need to go through the budget line by line, find where we can. The money is there. It's just being, I would consider, misappropriated. We need to go through line by line, find where some of that money can be repurposed, and actually put classrooms onto the buildings that we already have. I know some of the current members of the board would rather us not build anything new until every seat is full. Well, there's no reason to be busing the kids 7 miles to school in town. you should have been building right alongside the city. But I don't know why you wouldn't work collaboratively. So, if you are a homeschool parent, how would this affect you? If you are a person without children, how will this affect you? Remember, you have to pay your taxes too. So if the current board and administration are not spending the money appropriately, that's your money. Granted, it may not be going for your kids, but it still shouldn't be wasted. And I would consider there to be substantial waste. So come June 14th, you need to remember a few things. What do you want as a parent? What do you want as a teacher? And what do you want as a taxpayer? Because what we've got going currently isn't working. And I'd like to help fix that. But that would require you to come out and vote. Vote for me. Vote for several of the other candidates who are not cookie cutter. Now, if you like what someone has to say and you like what's going on currently, vote for who you'd like. But I'm asking for your vote. Because these problems aren't going to go away unless we get someone in there to actually shake things up and solve these problems. Because there's a lot of can kicking, and that time has passed. Remember, June 14th, vote Devin Stuchinski for school board.